We've talked on the YouTube channel about Just Cause and this franchise moving forward. It hasn't been too long, guys, between, Just Cause 4 and what we're anticipating being Just Cause 5. It's only been a couple of years, but I know that the community as a whole is very excited about that potential continuation of this franchise. And me, for one, I'm very excited as well because I'm hoping that the Just Cause franchise kind of shifts in a number of ways from Just Cause 4 to Just Cause 5. Even though I thought 4 was pretty well done overall, I do really want there to be some, kind of additions and things of that nature moving into the next game. No matter how good a game is, guys, there's always things that you can improve upon. So hopefully, we get some of those changes in Just Cause 5, which we'll get to here shortly. But I want to talk, guys, about, are we definitely going to see a Just Cause 5 at this point in time? Is it pretty much 100% going to happen? Obviously, it hasn't been confirmed yet, but we might be getting some hints from none other than Avalanche. So let's talk about it, guys. In an article written by Alexandra from Screen Rant, it's only been 2 years since Just Cause 4 released to the public, but there's good reason to believe a 5th Just Cause game is already underway. It's only been 2 years since Just Cause 4 was released, but fans of the franchise are already wondering when a 5th installment may come out. As it turns out, there are some very telling hints that suggest work on Just Cause 5 may already be underway, but given the years-long gap between Just Cause games, fans may have to wait a little while longer before any official news is revealed about the action-adventure title. So the original Just Cause debuted over a decade ago in 2006 and has sold over 1 million copies worldwide. Its sequel, Just Cause 2, came out 4 years later in 2010, and then 5 years after that, Just Cause 3 was released. Fans had a shorter wait for the next installment, which was Just Cause 4, which was released in December of 2018 for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. So what are we looking at? So obviously we got 2 years, guys, between, since Just Cause 4 came out. So it's been out a couple of years. And so when can we anticipate a potential continuation here? Well, if we're going based on the past, guys, we're usually, you're kind of looking at every number of years. So it could be anywhere between like 3 to probably 5 years you could expect to see a new Just Cause title. So since we haven't gotten any kind of official confirmation yet, I would say that we'll probably hear an announcement of Just Cause 5 next year, that being 2021. At some point, probably mid to late 2021, and I would say probably a year or two after that, depending on how far into development they are, then we'll probably be able to get our hands finally on the title. So probably 2022 or 2023. Like I said, it just depends on what all the game encompasses, which we'll talk about here shortly. And, was there any delay? Because of the current world situation, there's potential, a shift as far as when the timeline is for Just Cause 5 because so many other studios have had to, be working remotely, which kind of delays a lot of different things within the video game industry. So maybe Just Cause will suffer that same fate and we won't see the game for a number of years after that. But we'll kind of keep it, from what we've seen in the past to now. I would say, guys, a couple more years is probably what we're looking at. So considering it's only been 2 years since the latest Just Cause released, it's not unusual that there's been no word on if or when another installment in the franchise may happen, given how how big the gaps between games in the Just Cause franchise have been. Players may have to wait upwards of 2 to 3 more years to see a Just Cause 5 release date. Now, Avalanche Studios, they may have hinted, guys, that a Just Cause 5 is underway. So, granted, although nothing official has been released confirming that Just Cause 5 is underway, Avalanche Studios in New York has made it clear they're working on something big. Earlier this month, it was revealed that the branch, which was the division that worked on 2015's Just Cause 3, is in the process of hiring new talent for what they described as the largest and greatest AAA we've ever taken on. Though it remains unclear what the title of the project is, there has been speculation that it could very well be the highly anticipated Just Cause 5. According to GameSpot, the various positions the studio was looking to fill include a system programmer, senior world designer, and gameplay animation programmer. Details from the listing confirm the secret project will be open world and also externally published like the Just Cause series. It also confirmed the graphics will be top-notch, with one of the listings explaining on this project we want to push animation quality a lot farther or further than we have done previously. So if you ask me, guys, I do believe that this is Just Cause 5 that they're working on. Now, what gets me excited is that they're talking this is the largest and greatest AAA that we've ever taken on. That's a direct quote from Avalanche Studios. So what that tells me, guys, is that it's probably Just Cause. Now, there's a good chance that it could be just a completely new IP altogether. I kind of doubt it because Just Cause has done well over the years for them. But this is where I am going to kind of bring up the things that I want to see changed in the Just Cause franchise. I think it's a great, story. I really enjoy the style that is Just Cause. But I am a firm believer, guys, and you guys know this for those of you who've been watching my YouTube channel, that I believe in full packages when you're talking about AAA titles. So regardless of the size, regardless of all of those things, guys, I believe that a full package is really required to justify a $60 price tag if that's what they're planning on charging, which is what Just Cause, all the games up to this point, have charged that, standard across the industry, price tag. So a full package to me, guys, is a full, campaign, of course, which of course is what Just Cause is known for, having co-op and multiplayer modes, which is not what Just Cause has done up to this point in time. And so I want to see them take on multiplayer and take on co-op. And the reason being, guys, are adding those things to Just Cause 5 because it's going to bring more opportunity to do other things within this universe. After you're done playing the campaign, a lot of times if you, beat it a couple of times, you very well most likely are going to move on to other games. So if you have multiplayer and you have co-op modes, that's going to keep you ingrained in playing the game longer. And so to me, it makes total sense for Avalanche to do that. And when I hear them say that this is the largest and greatest AAA that we've ever taken on, that's giving me this thought that sure, maybe they're talking about just the open world experience and all the different things you can do within it, just from a campaign perspective. But that also kind of brings up the thought that maybe they're going to be adding more to this game than just a single player story. And so that's what I've been wanting from Just Cause for a long time, guys, is multiplayer modes and co-op modes and just things that after you're done playing the main story, you can do other things within this world, that are going to keep you and keep you playing the game for a period of time outside of, moving on to other games, which is usually what you do, like I said. So that's what I'm very excited about, is that this could be the biggest, title that they've worked on in a multitude of ways, whether we're talking from an open world scenario, from multiplayer, from co-op. You could really potentially get a full package here with Just Cause 5, which would be absolutely massive in my opinion for the franchise. This isn't the first time a job listing has hinted at the existence of Just Cause 5 either. Similarly, in March of 2019, Respawn first reported that Avalanche Studios New York revealed it was looking for a build engineer. The individual will be responsible for a large and complex code base for diverse platforms as well as enormous amounts of data. The efficiency of the processes involved in doing so can be the differentiating factor between a blockbuster success and a failure. So, very interesting, guys, to say the least. It may not be known what Avalanche Studios has up their sleeve, but they're clearly working on something big, given the strong demand for a new addition in the Just Cause series. It's very possible their secret project is Just Cause 5, but fans will have to sit tight and wait for more information. So, look, this is very exciting, though, to say the least, guys. The potential Just Cause 5, we could be getting it here shortly. As far as, an announcement, I do think it is going to I think this article was probably spot on when it says, 2 to 3 years until we actually get our hands on the game. And here's the thing. The other thing, what I was alluding to earlier, was it also comes down to what all this game encompasses. So, are we going to get multiplayer? Are we going to get co-op modes? Are there going to be end game content and things of that nature? That is certainly going to be something that's going to kind of push the timetable a little bit further out. If it's just the single player story, I believe, guys, that it will certainly come out sooner rather than later. But if you're also going to have multiplayer, you're going to have co-op modes, I think that could be something that we might, it might be a while longer till we actually get our hands on the game, because it's going to obviously take more time in order to make those. So I gotta say, I'm very, optimistic that we're going to get a full package here with Just Cause 5. I know some of you disagree with wanting the full package. You would rather just have, the single player story because that's what's built Just Cause up to this point, and why fix something that's not broken. But I believe, guys, I'm a firm believer in the, video game industry and just entertainment as a whole. If you fail or, fail to evolve over time, regardless of how great your IP is, if you fail to evolve with time, your IP very well might die. And so that's why I believe that you got to consistently evolve. I mean, you even look like one of the biggest games in the world, guys, Call of Duty. They are consistently evolving that franchise when they really don't necessarily need to, because it's the biggest franchise in the world. But they consistently are adding things, whether you're talking Battle Royale from Call of Duty Warzone, which became one of the biggest BRs in the world at this point. They're consistently adding things that are trying to appeal to more people, to get people to stay on their game, play their game on a consistent basis. And I just want to see Just Cause, and Avalanche Studios do something like that, where you're bringing out things, not necessarily BR, but bringing things out that are going to get us to continue playing the game, and it continues building the fan base over time. But those are my thoughts, guys. Will we see a Just Cause 5 at the end of the day? I do believe so, absolutely. Whether or not this AAA, greatest AAA that they've ever worked on, is Just Cause 5 or something else is yet to be seen. I do believe it is Just Cause 5, but let me know in the comment section down below. Do you think they're working on Just Cause 5? Do you think we're going to see this game at some point or another? Let me know in the comment section down below. And for more Just Cause 5 content and videos, stay here with Zero TV.